First, we're going to be looking at a first grade problem. John has 14 baseball cards. He gave Zach 7 baseball cards. How many cards total does he have now? So the way we're going to figure out what kind of problem this is we're going to see if anything is changing in this problem. The second sentence tells us that something is changing. John gave Zach 7 baseball cards. He's giving the baseball cards away, which means the number will be changed. The next step is if we're going to add numbers or subtract numbers. Since he gave Zach 7, we know that he's going to subtract the numbers. So he's giving Zach 7 baseball cards from his total 14. So we're going to be using this is going to be a separate problem, and we're going to be using a set model to solve it. So first, the first step in our separate problem is going to be, we're going to look at our start number. What is our start number? John has 14 baseball cards. 14 will be our start. So we're going to put 14 here, and we're also going to put 14 in the start bubble. Then we're going to look at our change. What's changing in our word problem? He gave Zach 7 baseball cards. Because he gave Zach 7, that is the change. So we're going to put 7 there, and we're also going to put 7 down here. He started with 14, and he gave Zach 7. Now we know that we do 14 minus 7. The way we're going to solve this problem is we're going to use our longs and our units. We know that 1 long is equal to 10 units. So we get 4 units for our ones place, and then we get 1 long for our tens place, 14. So now we look back at our separate problem, and we look, what are we subtracting? We are subtracting 7. So I'm going to start with the units first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have enough units to subtract all 7. So I'm going to take this long, and because I know that 1 long equals 10 units, I'm going to substitute this long for 10 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This represents our 1 long now. We already subtracted 4, so we go 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that we've subtracted all 7, we count our result. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we know that John has a result of 7 baseball cards left after he gave Zach 7. Our second problem is also going to be first grade. Sarah has 13 short-haired dogs and 19 long-haired dogs. How many total dogs does she have? So again, in order to find what kind of problem this is, we're going to look, is there a change occurring? She has 13 short-haired dogs and 19 long-haired dogs, and it's asking how many total dogs does she have. There is not a change occurring, therefore it cannot be separate or joined. This is a misconception that some children have because they think, since we're adding all the total dogs, long-haired and short-haired, it would be adjoined. But the only way it could be adjoined is if Sarah had gained or lost something. This is not the case. So for this problem, we're going to be using part whole. We know that this is our whole. So our whole for our problem is total dogs. we want to know how many total dogs Sarah has with the short-haired dogs and the long-haired dogs. So I'm going to make part A short-haired. And I know from my word problem that she has 13. So I'm going to put 13 in the bubble. Part B is going to be my long hair. Look back at the word problem, and I see that she has 19 long-haired. Now we go down, and in order to solve this problem, we're going to do part A plus part B equals the whole, equals the total number of dogs. This matches up with our word problem, because at the end it's asking how many total dogs does she have. We're going to look for the whole number. So we know part A is 13 plus part B, which is 19, equals our whole. So we're also going to use long in units to solve this problem as well. So here is my part A. 1 long equals 10. 1, 2, 3. 10 is in the tens place. Long is in the tens place, and units are in the ones place. 13 plus my 1 long, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. First, I'm going to start out with adding my units. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12. We know that in the ones place, it regroups in base tens. So we're going to regroup these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to bring out my 1 long. And I'm going to add it with my longs. So now I know that I have 2 units. Now I'm going to add my longs. 1, 2, 3. I know that my longs are in the tens place, and my units are in the ones place. So I have 1, 2 units, and 1, 2, 3 longs. This gives me 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. So now we know that Sarah has 32 total dogs.